Good morning, happy Monday. Welcome to Ozarks FOX AM. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And I'm Kelly Smith. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Yes.
Happy Monday.
Beautiful Monday. So happy.
Beautiful morning.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hallelujah. Another week. It's going to fly by, Kelly. I just have a feeling.
It is. We always have a lot on the books. It's going to be a busy week.
It's
so
going to be
there you
busy.
go.
Speaking of, we got to get to things left, right, and center today. So it is our final week of Deaf Awareness Month. So we're going to jump into our sign of the day.
Okay.
So let's invite our friends over to learn our sign with us.
Come on in, guys.
Come sit
Here's
with
your
us.
Sign.
Class
All right.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
I'm with
Thank
you.
you for
I'm
that,
picking all the
Jesse.
sign.
Okay.
That's a good
That's
song.
another one, too. Yeah.
There we go, guys.
Yeah.
So last week we started with our, and I didn't go to journalism school. Some of you did. But like who, what, when, where, how, why. Like, you ask those questions. So I had learned there's older signs.
Right.
That I had known, and then younger, hipper slang signs.
Oh,
So
wow.
today I just said, you know what? I'm not even looking for a newer, hipper sign. I'm just going to do my old one.
Please.
I'm just doing the old one.
signs are too much.
It's too much. So today we're going to learn where. Where?
Okay.
Fair.
Now, remember, when you're asking questions, lower your eyebrows, because it's all about facial.
Right.
So they know tone of what you're trying to say, like, where?
That,
Where? All you're going to do is take your finger like this and shake it. Where? Where? That's it!
That's it?
That's it!
Where? Okay, so can we review?
Yes.
Where?
Where?
Can we go who?
Who? Who or who?
Or who? Or why? Is that right?
Why or
Wait a
why?
minute. Oh, yeah. I
So
was
just
thinking-
one
I was
hand.
in the slang.
So why or why? So I don't know if Jesse and Jen were here last week for the different versions.
Why?
So I do why. That's why I learned it.
Why?
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 but that's old people, you said.
Not old people.
If you're young and
older
hip.
words.
Jen's like, don't show me that old sign. Give me the new sign.
Give me the new. So that's the younger.
This is for like grandpa, and the grandkids are doing this. Why?
Why? Why is that happening? Why?
Why is this happening?
Why?
What was this one? What
And
was
then
this one?
what?
Why?
What? Oh,
What?
that's it.
What? Yeah,
What?
that's what I like.
Why?
That's the slang. I learned. Let me tell you what I learned when I was a kid. I learned what.
What? Like you cutting a sandwich
like
at diagonal?
I did diagonal.
Okay.
I learned what. They're like, what?
What?
That's funny.
That seems
Why?
like you think
Why?
of that makes sense. I don't know.
Why?
Do you think it can also be regional, maybe?
Well, no, there are definitely regional. Definitely. I personally think ASL should be universal,
Yeah, I think so.
so everybody can communicate.
So it's not confusing. Yeah.
In fact, I want to change it from ASL to WSL.
World
Sign
Oh,
Language.
yeah.
So
I
that
think that makes
people, you may not speak the same language as me,
Yeah.
but we can still communicate
course.
through
That would
sign
make-
language.
Wow, the universal language.
Yeah.
That would be beneficial to all the deaf
It would
community.
be amazing. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so, and by the way, if you're watching and you're deaf and that's not the right sign, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Because I always knew where.
Where?
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 Where's that again?
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Okay.
There you go. That's our sign of the day.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hope Al.
Great.
Remember
That's
it
amazing.
tomorrow? Oh, I forgot. I won't forget. Okay.
Remember.
Yeah.
forget.
Remember,
Okay.
forget. Okay. Wipe it clean.
Yes.
Forget. All right, TJ. We don't want to forget the weather.
But we don't want to forget the headlines
Oh,
either.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Actually, that's you.
She already
Yes.
forgot.
Let's don't forget the headlines.
Yes, I forgot.
Yeah, I see.
All right. So, speaking of different generations and stuff, these news are about first dates and manners. Apparently, manners are very important on a first date, and there was a survey about this because this is important information we have to study. Okay. So they asked 2,000 people what would take for them to end a date, and some people said they would end a date based on someone's eating habit. They would just up and leave, just get up from the table and leave. 42% would end a date if someone chewed with their mouth open. Half would leave if someone dropped food on the floor, picked it up and ate it.
Oh.
Only 42% though. However, so Gen Z, younger people, they were most likely to be tolerant of these things. Millennials, though, were more outspoken and saying they would ask others to stop. The video here is hilarious to these guys. Apparently. This is etiquette lessons. They're learning manners at the table. Why? What's so funny? You guys.
That lady was eating, and then there was a guy with a microphone right next to her while she was trying to eat. Like, ma'am, what are you doing? Is this manners? Can I address something? That first thing that we heard there, someone would end a date over eating habits. Eating habits? What does that mean? Like if I go and I order chicken tenders, like are they just gonna split?
No. I think they were talking about how you eat, like chewing
okay.
with your mouth open
Okay.
and things like that.
'Cause I'm-
Jesse, if you dropped the chicken tender, picked it up and ate it off the ground,
That's the problem.
then
Not just if you drop it, but if you pick it up and eat
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Can I say something superficial?
Yes.
what's that?
I am willing to overlook all of those eating habits if they're hot enough. That's all I'm saying. Superficial.
Hey,
Maybe
honesty.
you wouldn't even notice they dropped the food and picked
Dare
up
I
the
say,
food.
I might have to listen to Jeremy and maybe follow.
Really?
I knew TJ were right there.
Personally, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I mean, hey, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
so.
It
There you
is,
go.
no matter what.
You know?
And that's the thing too, that's what it is. It's a give and take. It's a balance. What are you willing to put up with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next story is holiday flights. We're already thinking about the holiday shopping. I don't know how early you guys start shopping. I'm gonna wait last minute.
Me too, Jen.
But for flights, you shouldn't wait last minute because you got to book those in advance. And experts say right now is the time to book flights for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving flights are going to be a little bit cheaper than last year, about 13%. You can expect about $300-something for flights around Thanksgiving. Christmas is going to be a little bit more expensive. About $400 depending where you're going for Christmas. So do expect Thanksgiving to be a little bit cheaper than Christmas. Plan ahead, and right now is the best time to book. You don't want to wait any longer if you're trying to save some money.
Isn't Thanksgiving always cheaper than Christmas? It costs more
Yeah,
at Christmas.
yeah,
than it
Christmas.
does at
I
lot
feel
of
like a
people
lot more
flying.
people are
But, yeah.
traveling December. Yeah, so I don't know. I this is a good reminder for me because I do need to book some flights. Because we were talking about driving.
Yeah.
You'd rather drive or fly. More than 6 hours, I'm flying.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on
You guys
that.
have
Yeah.
a rule for like a distance, a cutoff, or I think I'll fly. If it's this distance,
See, but I'll drive
fly.
to Dallas. It takes me to see my
8
family.
hours?
It takes me
It's like 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done 8 hours to Kentucky, and it just depends how many days I have to. If I have enough days in between, other than that, it can be brutal, especially coming back from vacation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it depends also on what you can get as far as flights. If you've got, sometimes you can drive there quicker than you can get there by plane out of here.
Exactly.
True. That's true.
Layovers.
And when I drive somewhere, I ain't stopping. You better go to the bathroom before we leave.
Really?
'Cause I want to start and get there.
That's how I usually am too.
We got cups in the
I
car.
Oh my goodness.
That was my
Travel
mom.
habits. Okay.
There was a jar. I was like,
That's enough,
You
TJ.
don't need to get in that.
Mom, why? So sad.
We're not
If you're drinking coffee, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that.
TJ.
I forget where I am sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Well, since you're here, let's hear
Hey.
about the weather.
Hear about the weather.
Here,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
might
not
as
going to
well.
feel very much like Thanksgiving or Christmas, guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
More heat, more sunshine, though, which is great.